Hello everybody. Just before this video starts, I do apologize for some technical issues that came up with recording through OBS. I have done my best to edit around it, but there are just a few issues. It will not be occurring next episode as we have figured out what went wrong, but fair warning, it might sound a little bit weird at points. Welcome back to the MovieJar podcast, a podcast where we review movies, we talk shit about other people's opinions, and we give a character a cookie for our time. My name is Kaya, I'm a film student.
My name is Alex, and would you like to invest in my cryptocurrency?
No.
My name, no, my name's Cameron, and would you like to invest in my competing cryptocurrency that will be better? I promise, as not a rug pull.
Hi, I'm Chris. Would you like to buy some cocaine? I promise it's not concrete.
Oh,
Man, I wanted concrete.
Don't worry,
That's a
worry.
done deal, buddy.
It's just a little bit gray. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so...
You'll be right.
So, this week's movie was Lisa Frankenstein. It is a film where Frankenstein gets resurrected and has Riz.
Gets laid,
Gets
bro.
laid.
Gets laid.
And it's peak. It's 80s, would you call it a
80s
satire?
80s-esque?
It's a satire on like
it's set in the 80s,
Disney-style
isn't it?
movies.
Sorta. It's got like that theme shit.
It's an 80s movie set. It's an 80s movies in the 2000s.
Yeah, it's what the
Yeah, it
2000s
makes
thought
sense.
an 80s movie was, which is actually very interesting. I have a lot of crew facts about this movie that I will get into later. But first of all, so I was actually I gotta be honest, I kind of expected some of y'all to hate it.
No, this
I
was
loved it.
this was a
Alright.
I was
really
surprised that all of you
fascinating
liked
movie.
it.
This was a very fascinating movie because of the way that it nailed a very sort of like it nailed a it named a vibe, sorry, it nailed a vibe very specific to 80s mall goth style.
Morgoth.
Mall goth.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that
Goth.
yeah,
It
it's a
sounds
very
like
specific
fantasy
type.
villain.
No.
It's
I see.
it's an aesthetic.
Yeah, and
Mainly
they
clothing.
nailed that into it. They made that into a film. And I fucking love it.
God, I love Lisa. She's so girly pop.
It's so fun.
Is this
I love
really
my
cool?
deranged little psychopath. She's so she's so slay.
She is so slay.
Literally. She quite literally slay.
Very demure, very mindful.
Never say that word to me again.
I still
hate that
don't
word.
understand what that means.
It's
Oh,
a
it means
TikTok
mindful
thing.
to be calm.
Very
George
demure,
Melly.
very
Is
mindful,
it
very
smooth like
cutesy.
bungus?
No.
Smooth like bungus? No, look,
Bungus.
don't bring up Gearbox in this household. Thank you
Anyway,
very much.
What'd I do?
Staying on nothing.
What'd I do?
Anyway.
Stay-
Yes, Alex?
What was I gonna say? God, the dementia's setting in. The dementia's setting in.
Hey, that's my thing. Don't steal it.
I gotta say, I liked the use of George Méliès, the rocket ship, at the start of the film.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
pie
because
thing.
he was one of the
Pie.
very first people who did like a combination of animation and live action film. I guess you could call him one of the very first VFX artists technically. And it was someone who had to do basically an animation history class last trimester and also an film history class last year. You know, seeing George Méliès was like, I know that guy. I know that stupid fucking moon. And I found the little references back to that to be very very cool. I really liked this film. I watched this on my partner's birthday because we thought it would be fun if once we came back from drinking, we watched what we thought was going to be a silly movie, and it was a very silly movie, but it was a very good silly movie. This is how you do satire.
Yeah, it's it's very very stereotypically 80s. It's very cheesy, um, but it's so fun.
Oh,
Like fun.
it's
There's so much color.
the colors. Chris, what did you think of it?
Yeah, it was alright. It's not my genre, but like I can still watch it and semi not die of cringe. So yeah, it gets a pass.
Oh my god, he watched a rom-com and he didn't die of cringe. This is truly peak.
That shows you how good of a film this was.
Okay, look, if
Don't
Holy
oversell it, man.
fuck.
Don't
Oh
oversell
yeah,
it.
I forgot that I have like another story about this movie. So I think I might have told like Alex, but basically on like a few days ago, I went into the city because I had to buy a Father's Day present. Um, and I stopped in at Typo, and they had this journal that's like a journal where you can like review like films and movies and stuff and like books. Like that was the layout. And I brought it up to the counter, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I really like this one." And this is a guy who was probably like in his 60s, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm a film student, so like I thought it'd be kind of fun." And he was like, "Yeah, have you watched any like movies that you really liked recently?" And I mentioned Lisa Frankenstein, and this 60-year-old man was like, "Oh yeah, I loved that movie." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I got stuck in a conversation with him for like 10, 15 minutes, which it was a little bit awkward. I didn't know how to leave, but anyway, it was really nice chatting to him, but I did kind of want to go. But yeah, no, I was like, what the fuck? This like 60-year-old guy, like, likes
That is
this
funny.
movie.
I mean,
it's
We're
yeah.
all
it's
in
I
this
think it's a movie that's it's
together.
easy to like because there's a lot of good things about it, you know.
The
Mm,
acting it is amazing. I loved,
I love
oh god, I
Catherine
loved
Newton so much.
Saltgrass, and
God,
I
I love
loved
her.
Catherine Newton.
see, I'm just gonna say this now though. I've got one complaint with the film.
Hmm.
I've got one major complaint. Other things are very, very small nitpicks that I can't even like bother um talking about. But it was just like there was a bit of pacing whiplash throughout the entire film,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
near the end. It it really just stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start.
I guess it is
And
trying to jerk you around a little bit at the end.
yeah,
It's trying
but
to.
like if even if done intentionally, that always bothers me
Uh,
because it's not doing anything. It's just actively harming the experience of what is supposed to be a comedy thriller,
Yeah, I'd say.
the genre
romantic comedy
escapes me.
thriller. This movie felt genreless.
This movie is
I don't
so
know.
It
Heather's
is
core.
beyond genre.
I don't know. This movie felt very like genre to me. I fucked with this movie hard. Like
What genre?
it was satire. It's a satire on a number of things, but it's a satire on sort of like musical-esque environments without the musical parts. It's like a satire. It's like my partner Jaden pointed this out. It's like a satire on like Disney Channel directed DVD movies, like
You know, it
because it
does
just has such
remind
like
me
a
of like a
oh my gosh,
director.
what is
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
those movies if they were actually good.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, what if Frankenstein came back from the dead and he was my boyfriend? Like, it's that kind of thing. But they take it and they do it to an extreme. And another bit of satire is it's also a satire on how young women in particular, and young men to a certain extent, are sexualized from an early age. Like, I found a lot of the movie to be very like telling of the how do I put this? The seeming contradiction that is within girlhood, that you must be both sexy and also a virgin and also be someone who is, willing to do anything that a man would say, but also not do that because you can't be a slut. I don't know. It had a lot of like interest. When I say interesting, it didn't have anything particularly new to say, but it's like a good pepperoni pizza, right? You've had a pepperoni pizza before,
I've
but
heard
a
this
good
comparison before, I swear.
but a good pepperoni pizza,
But a good one, I see.
good one,
I see.
a good one.
Well, yeah,
A good one.
I mean, yeah, it's as someone who has definitely felt judged in the past by my parents, especially for what I wore, especially for like my interests, especially when it came to cosplay. Um, it Lisa's a character that's very relatable, and I think especially like as someone who's grown up with all these societal expectations and stuff, when you're a little bit different, when you're a little quirky, um,
She's so
A bit
neurodivergent.
sus.
when you're a bit neurodivergent, Lisa is so neurodivergent coded it's not even funny. Um, it yeah, it's very relatable for me, and I think that's why I liked it so much. She's serving cunt.
She serves cunt all the time. I don't know. I also really liked the main love interest for Lisa and how the reveal was like, man, I didn't like you that way. Like, I just thought we were friends. Because it was kind of there was a lot of things in this movie which my partner and I found refreshing. Not to take the conversation too much away from you, Cameron, but there were parts that we found very refreshing in this movie. Like, I remember my partner said, "Oh, that's actually really cool," when just casually Lisa was like, "I gotta go change my pads, so just like you wait here." And then I found it kind of nice that the main love interest guy wasn't somebody who was just like hypersexual and genuinely was just like, man, I didn't like you that much. Because I think it's also a double-edged sword where in a lot of like patriarchal media, the guy is always the one pursuing, which is ironically what I think Frankenstein takes up the role of being as the pursuer. Um, Kind of the desperate incel, who sees no point in his life besides to simply just pursue someone who he sees as the ultimate lover. And then the main guy that Lisa's after, who gets his dick cut off. Um,
That was very funny.
he gets his fucking dick cut off.
Just
No
flies
cock.
across
No
just
balls.
flies across the camera.
Oh yeah, and final word before anyone else gets a bit in. I also really liked how it was a bit of a satire on suburbia.
Yeah.
Mm,
I like
It
those
is
stupid little houses.
funny.
It's
Just
very
little
Heather's, it's very Jennifer's body,
demure.
but it's also it's kind of Mean Girlsy in a way as well.
Mean Girls?
Mean Girls.
I'm not acquainted.
You did
You've
not
never
just fucking
that's
say
going
that
on.
to me.
Oh my god, we gotta make him watch Mean Girls.
You
Is this
did
gonna be
not just
another
fucking say that
rom-com?
to me.
It's not really a rom-com, it's
It's the
Cameron
epitome
as a
of
third
girlhood in high school.
Cameron as a third party. What genre is Mean Girls?
Iconic.
Cameron?
Uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Members of the audience, Cameron has been shot dead in Houston.
Uh-oh.
Chris, who was your what did you think of the Chris, what did you think of Frankenstein?
I, I, Edward Scissorhands. I
Yeah?
couldn't unsee that once I had the thought of it. He just looks like Edward Scissorhands without the Scissorhands and like
He
less
looks like Edward
90s.
Scissorhands if he was just Edward.
Yeah, just Ed.
Edward Hands.
Edward
Edward
Hands. Edward Hands.
Hands.
Well, like,
Cast
okay,
Cole
can you really
Sprouse
tell
in
me I'm
the
wrong
Edward
when you, okay,
Scissorhands remake.
when he has just his base like a dead corpse look without the muck on, like, come on. That looks like Edward Hands.
I mean,
Edward
I wouldn't.
Hands.
Eh,
I kind of see it.
eh,
Okay,
kinda,
I
kinda
haven't seen
not.
Edward Scissorhands for like a while, so I mean,
So you're
I,
like you're like Edward Scissorhands, but with multiple letters missing, and then you're just saying Edward Hand, Edhund.
okay. Maybe
I'll put Edward Scissorhands in the chat.
yeah, for the audience members who don't know, Johnny Depp played that guy, I believe it was
Yeah.
like 99 or some shit,
I think it's
and
90s.
I think it was kind of an iconic role for him, but it wasn't Jack Sparrow. That's all I'll say. Um, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, so do you think that Cameron
I
died?
possibly his death would not surprise me.
Look, it's okay. Cameron will come back, just
The
like
king
Jesus
will
Christ of
return.
Nazareth. Just like Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Cameron will always come back. I would like to say, we'll get Cameron's 2 cents when Cameron comes back. What do you think of the color grading in this film? Because if you say anything other than immaculate,
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
so
kill you.
peak. It's so peak. I love
I
it.
don't mind.
I mean, Alex, we can't really get Cameron's 2 cents on this, can we?
Oh, fuck off. No, we can't. That's so mean.
You're the one
Right,
who
that's
said, "Oh yeah, we'll
so
get Cameron's 2
mean.
cents on it."
I forgot that Cameron's colorblind.
So, anyway, I have several crew facts. So the writer slash co-producer, first of all, her name is Diablo Cody. What the fuck?
Okay, that is pretty sick.
Second of all, she was the writer for Juno and also Jennifer's Body, which is also on the list.
Okay, so we'll be seeing more of the style soon, I guess.
Yeah, so the director was Zelda Williams, which also great name. And she was
Zelda.
actually, so you guys have seen you guys have seen Legend of Korra, right?
The animated one?
Yeah. You remember Kuvira, right?
No.
Fascist?
Yeah. Anyway, she voices Kuvira.
Wait, which one's this?
The bad guy in season 4, the earth-bending conqueror
Yeah,
chick.
no.
The sexy
Which
lady.
character in Lisa Frankenstein?
No, this is the director.
Oh!
Yeah, she's a actress first, and then a director. She also voices Spitfire in Transformers Earthspark in 4 episodes.
Whoa. This is a lot to
Iconic.
lay on. This is a lot to lay on one person.
Yeah, and then the costume designer, Megan McLaughlin, maybe it's Megan, was the costume supervisor for Now You See Me, which is also on the list. I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny. Don't worry, I got more. The editor, Brad Turner, he doesn't have many notable things, so like nothing you'd know. This one is just really, really funny. He's the editor of, I think this is a movie. It's a feature film from last year. He's the editor of a movie called Songs About Fucking. I don't know.
You get a chuckle out of me though.
I just thought that was really funny. There's not really much of note there. It's just hilarious. And then the composer, Isabella Summers, is one of the founding members of Florence and the Machine, which, for those of you whose name doesn't ring a bell, they're the ones who did, was it The Dog Days Are Over, and I think that their song like Girl with One Eye is trending on TikTok right now. It's a banger. Which is, kind of cool. Florence and the Machine is really good. Yeah, that's all my facts. That's all my crew
Thank
facts. I
you.
did a lot of research.
No.
Well, no, because I looked at
Good.
it on IMDb, like when we found out that this was the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, the director and the writer, they have some interesting previous works, and then I just sort of dug a bit deeper. The other like main leads I didn't find much interesting, or much of note. So
Really?
yeah, I don't
Hmm.
know.
I'm I'm really surprised that, Frankenstein was played by fucking Jughead. You know why I wear this hat? It's because I'm not normal. Maybe I
Have you
gotta
ever
watch
seen me
Ant-Man.
without this stupid hat?
No, it's because I'm not normal.
Fucking
You know, I
Jughead,
gotta
fucking
watch.
Riverdale.
I gotta watch Ant-Man and the Wasp now because I like Catherine Newton. I'm gonna enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp for Catherine Newton and then be very disappointed.
You will be.
Yeah, I like Ant-Man, and that it's just all downhill from the first movie. Um,
Yeah. You know,
oh, and I
I
have to watch one of my favorite Marvel villains, Kang, get absolutely shitted on and then
bodied by
replaced,
ants.
bodied by fucking ants.
I
But
never.
on the color grading,
There you go.
on the color grading, I adore every single scene because it's basically just eye candy. Like every single set has a completely different color palette. Like fucking the forest is just these luscious greens with these undertones of yellow, especially it's enhanced when they have the tape that goes around the police tape around there. God, I fucking love Lisa's house and how obnoxiously pink it is. Oh, I love how pink it is, and I love how green her lawn is. It's so obnoxious. And that shot that I put in the chat, oh, it's so smart that they replaced the like electricity thing the electricity thing of right of old Frankenstein lore and instead replaced it with
It's a fucking tanning bed
yeah.
that doesn't
Mm.
work and just electrocutes you.
But then it works even better with the it works even better when they did the black and white scene
Oh,
as the flashback. Oh god, this
peak.
movie is just so candy for the eyes. But also I don't know, I think it handled a lot of its even I think it has all this eye candy as a way of getting you lured in with just how pretty it looks, and then it's like boom, a tasteful sex scene. Boom, abuser gets bodied. Boom, a guy gets his dick cut off. Like,
It's so camp.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's so camp.
Yeah, sometimes you need some good camp, and
I
I think
love
that's kind
campy
of what saved
films
saved this movie for me.
when done right,
Yeah,
and
I
they did camp right. Like I think sometimes you could. I think sometimes filmmakers will use like, oh, I'm just being camp as a way to like
obfuscate the fact that they made a
excuse
shit movie.
when it's just shit. Um,
Yeah,
because like there's levels, right? When camp is done right, then it's really really good. But like, yeah, and they did it right.
yeah.
yeah, I gotta agree. I think. What point do you have on camp, Chris?
I think in order to do camp, you have to have moderate serious moments, or at least some serious subject matter in which you can have empathy for. This movie does that quite well. I think that you can empathize with the main character quite well throughout, even though it's got some of the goofiest shit. Like, the mom scene where Edward is in the back closet and, you know, happens, because I'm trying not to spoil it for the audience, because it's an actually good movie. Yeah, everything following that is built on top of it, but it doesn't necessarily feel shit. So if you can balance the act on that scene, you've probably made a good movie. Um, in terms of the camp that I like the gory puppets and stuff in like Evil Dead. That's like lightning in a bottle though, so I can't be too harsh on like all media and compare it to that, because nothing reaches it. Nothing. But
Evil Dead will forever be peak.
yeah, I think it handled it pretty well. Handled it pretty well.
It
So,
did.
so this really sucks that Cameron's gone a
Cameron's
little.
dead.
That Cameron's died.
We don't know what
Indeed.
happened to Cameron. I reckon Cameron might have just like actually died because they really enjoyed.
Some technical
Man,
difficulties here.
I've
we made.
messaged them. Oh,
Oh, vi.
they've gone inactive. Like
Uh-oh.
their
Oh,
status.
well, that is
Or
bad.
or says
That
Well,
idle.
is
I
bad.
It's
suppose.
gone idle.
I suppose we'll give Cameron their time near the end of the episode. This is gonna be one of the longest episodes, I bet. But like,
Really?
I don't know, depending how long it takes for Cameron to get back. Otherwise, we'll fix it in
That's true.
post.
Fix and post, fix and
Fix it in
post, fix and
post.
post,
Fix it
fix
in
and
post.
post, fix and post.
I will leave.
No, you're the one recording.
Exactly.
And editing.
Oh, I mean,
Guy does a lot of
Exactly.
work here,
What if
what if
folks.
I
what
what
If
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 you
I
we
just
like
like
these
don't what if
episodes,
I just
give
don't air
Guy some
the
money.
what if I just don't air the episode? Bro, you think these episodes get money? Anyway, what if I just don't air this
Please pay
episode?
us so Kai doesn't murder me in my sleep.
Oh, I'm gonna do that anyway.
what did you guys think about the
Huh?
side? What did you guys think about the side characters?
Um,
Who was your favorite
Yeah.
side character?
my favorite side character, I didn't really have one. They all kind of sucked ass.
Man,
Yeah.
I liked Dale. Oh wait, no, I liked Lisa's sister. Hold on.
I
Um,
I found her
okay, I
really fucking
found
annoying.
yeah, being honest, I didn't like it either. Like I found most of the side characters unlikable. I found the main characters likable. That's where the main focus is, so you can excuse most of the side characters. I can see the comedy with the sister, but I just don't like it because it's like fucking oblivious, I'm going to be an asshole, but I'm doing it from a nice place sort of thing. But I'm like completely unaware that I've said a bad thing to you. So it's intentionally good. It comes out good to her, but it isn't good in relation to the person. So it comes across as unempathetic and dickish. I understand the humor. It's not my type though. I like the type
I
where
oh
someone
sorry.
says a one-liner and a shotgun fucking blows with the head of someone. Ash, you're my hero. Um, but yeah, Kai, you want to say something?
Yeah, I don't know. The sister look, okay, I hate the overly preppy or like I don't know why, but I just sort of hate the whole like very overly like over the top sweet characters because they just sort of piss me off.
Like they're lying here or
No,
something?
they just
Or
annoy me. It's like no one's actually this happy in real life. Fuck off.
Ed.
damn.
Like
I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
met some
They
people
just
who
sort
are
of
just
annoy
that
me.
happy.
It feels so fake to me because no one's really like that. Other than like a child. That's what it feels. It feels childish.
I suppose. I don't know. I liked her because she felt like a subversion of the cheerleader, um, sister aesthetic. Like usually this movie could have just gone with her being like just a genuine bitch like everyone else to Lisa. But they chose to make it so that way Taffy would be someone who was like an actual proper sister figure to Lisa.
Oh yeah, and her
And
name
I
is
think it
fucking Taffy.
I think by that route it ended up avoiding like the J.K. Rowling type of way where it's like in a lot of I can say this because my parents have gone to bed. In a lot of J.K. Rowling's books, for example, you'd have someone who's like Lisa, only less cool and more white, as one of the main characters. And she would be like not like other girls who likes books and stuff. And literally every other woman in the story would be some kind of like would be some other kind of like harmful stereotype or useless. Like it's a weird thing. Side tangent. It's a weird thing how in a lot if you dig deeper into J.K. Rowling's books, she's just a rancid misogynist. Anyway, um,
Among
but
Us.
I
I have
but
so
I
many
found
examples that I could talk about, but we're getting off track. We would
we're
get
getting off
very
track
off
and
topic very quickly.
we're
Oh, I'm
getting off
losing
topic.
track. I'm losing
We're,
track.
we're getting off topic, but I'll bring it back on too. So I think the choice to make Taffy someone who is girly and obviously is a child of the evil stepmom. Um,
Le ciel de vivre.
What?
the evil stepmom. Um, I really, oh my god. Sorry, I just looked at what the evil stepmom's actor was in, and she was in fucking Watchmen, which we're gonna have to watch at some point.
I think I actually know what character she plays just from the clips.
Um, but yeah, I really liked how Taffy was supportive of Lisa. I really like how Taffy never really betrayed Lisa. She um uh
I mean, she kind of
oh
did
yeah, shit.
at the
Yeah,
start.
I'll hold on. I'll just tell everyone in the chat why Cameron left.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I found it nice how she was just like supportive, and then Lisa being a little bit too girly pop, cut off her boyfriend's dick. Um,
Never before have I heard brutal maiming being called girly pop.
It's so girly pop.
Damn.
It's so
you're
Brat
gonna tell
Summer.
me, you're gonna tell me that fucking,
Rats.
you're gonna
What
tell
the?
me
Do you
that
not do you
Frankenstein.
not know that reference?
We explained
Nope.
Brat Summer to you. We
I
ex.
think. Man, it goes
Walk
out one ear because, bro, I keep trying to figure this shit out and I just don't get it. I'm an old man.
You really
I,
are
I
an old
like I
man.
like Evil Dead films, and that's about it.
Fucking old man.
Old
For real,
man,
for
Old
real.
fucking.
man.
I will say though, that overall, very girly pop film, very well-rounded explanation of femininity and girlhood and the complexities of gender in high school, and honestly, one of my favorite films. I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
Peak.
Dick Chop will go down as one of the greatest scenes in cinema.
See, that is the reason why I wanted to watch it with
Dick
you,
chop.
Alice, because I knew that you would love it and I wanted to see your reaction.
Oh, I'm so glad I got to see my partner's reaction to that because we replayed that like 3 times. I was thinking this. I like how realistic he was that he just immediately died.
Good.
And like with the amount of blood that would have been pouring into his dick.
Well, it would have been shock, and then the nervous system would have probably overreacted the blood loss, and then he would have gone into cardiopulmonary failure, and then just like his nervous system would have given out.
Well,
One
I
of
mean,
those
they
three
also
would have just happened.
either just fucked or were just about to fuck, so there's a bit of extra blood down there as well.
Oh yeah,
A
true.
little
No, that's
more
what I
than
was saying.
usual.
The blood pressure was high.
Look, I'm just saying, even if he'd just nutted, there would be some trace amounts of blood down there.
I mean, considering the size of his tits at the time, he clearly worked out beforehand, so he'd already had a pump, so his blood pressure was higher. So of course, like he'd just be pissing out blood. Literally, considering his dick was gone. So,
That moment
fun
when Cole
facts: getting a
Sprouse
pump
cuts
actually
off your
improves blood
dick.
pressure.
I like how when he burst into there, I liked Cole Sprouse's acting was amazing. I'm never making fun of this man again.
Yeah, who would have thought that when you get given an actual good script for once, you'd actually be good?
Yeah,
He's also
it's
really cute.
They were so adorable together.
They were.
I think there's
I
also
lo-
something to say about the genre as a whole of okay, you're gonna have to hear me out on my on the where I'm going with this. there's the whole thing about like the whole monster fucker genre, right? It started primarily as a way, but I think one of the like oldest well-known examples is obviously Beauty and the Beast, um, where basically it's the original festival is very very different to the Disney version, as most Disney remakes are, um, and it's sort of meant as a way for a lot of women, especially back in those sort of times, um, to sort of explore their own sexuality in a way where they don't have to be scared of, you know, being like fucking burned as a witch or whatever. Like, and it's also a way for how do I explain this? I watched a I watched a YouTube video about like why we fall for monsters. Um, a lot of the time, the monsters in these stories are a lot of the time they're competing with like a guy, right? Like for the woman's affection. You know, you have Gaston or whatever, and a lot of the time, the quote unquote monster in the story is actually a lot better of a fucking person than the actual human. Um, and I think it sort of ties in, especially with the way of women being able to express their sexuality. It's not exactly like they want to have. It's not sort of in a way like they want to have sex with like an eldritch being. I mean, some people might, but it's 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 sort of more of a way for them to explore themselves. And I think bringing it back to Lisa Frankenstein, with Lisa being able to explore herself as not just like a person, but like her own like sexuality and her own feelings and stuff. I think it's nice. I don't know. I suddenly got like really like interested in that sort of like logic of like why certain tropes exist and stuff recently. So Twilight's another example. Monster fucking was too strong.
Eh.
Okay, well it seems to be working now. So
Okay.
um
This is totally not the second time we're doing this.
so
We totally did not run into a small little tiny scuffle, a
fuck you
scaffoo.
OBS.
Fuck you, OBS, you piece of shit. We
A
had deep
smidge
and
of Among
meaningful
Us.
conversations, and we talked about monster fucking, and then you fucking cut out.
Well, too bad. We're going to talk about more
You
monster
cut out
fucking.
literally
Yeah,
everything
okay.
from when
Is
Cameron
demanded.
came back. Literally everything.
Okay. Chris,
Uh,
what was the cookie you were gonna give Lisa?
Frankenstein dick cookie. I think that was the one. I've forgotten
that's the
Yeah,
one.
that was
I think
it.
it was
That
broken-
was- that's the
it was
one.
Broken dick cookie. Okay, we got broken dick cookie out of the way.
Broken dick
Now let's
cookie.
It's
real
not as funny
topic.
the second
Brokeback
time.
Mountain.
It really isn't. Oh my god, you guys missed out on some prime bits. Speaking
I'm
of
so
bits,
upset,
speaking of
man. It's so annoying.
Frankenstein dick
monster
cookie.
cock.
Um,
Kaya.
yeah, Alex and I are giving Lisa and Frankenstein those like Halloween cookies that you see at like the grocery store and stuff.
But Kaya, since the audience missed out on the first time, and now that Cameron's here, the ethics
Oh.
of monster fucking.
Please
was
enlighten me
not-
on your opinions regarding the ethics of monster fucking.
I really
If they
don't
are
wanna...
agreeing,
that
I will
wasn't...
most likely agree too.
That wasn't exactly what I talked about, and it also recorded me. It just didn't record you guys. So
Yeah, so it's not
Cameron,
usable. We need to repeat the statements given.
no,
No, we'll
Because
ADR
they
it.
didn't
We'll
s-
ADR it.
they didn't say anything pretty much during the whole segment other than "what the fuck" from Chris.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Quick, get some audio samples quickly. Go.
Among
yeah.
Us, holy shit, monster
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
Sullivan
Yes.
cock, is that
Yes.
right? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Cameron, it looks like you're just gonna have to watch the episode.
Oh
Oh,
no, I actually have to
oh.
watch an episode that we make? Fuck.
Yeah, okay, I remembered what I was talking about then. The color grading. Okay, so as a rehash, and because I've stated it once, and now I actually have it in my thoughts, the color grading in this film is like, okay, for the audience, right? Have you ever watched a Marvel movie? Please tell me the color palette of a Marvel movie. It's gray and blue. There you go. There's the answer. Unless it's Guardians. Um, outside of Guardians 3.
Who the fuck watched Guardians?
What is Guardians?
Yeah, that's your
What?
answer.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, well,
Okay.
You two are fucking weird, and I hate you.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
I know what Guardians of the Galaxy is. I thought
okay,
Guardians was
Chris.
like
I love Chris. I hate you, Xander.
What the
Xander.
fuck?
Xander.
Xander's not here.
I'm playing Mechabellum with him. What do you do?
Anyway,
Mid-recording.
anyway, back to
Brother. Color.
listen, color, yes.
Color.
So I hate how color grading looks these days because I got exposed to true color in a couple of films, and then I seen films that are so yellow, that are so green, that are
Mad
so
Max,
repulsively
Renfield.
orange.
This movie was so damn orange.
Mad Max
This movie is
so
so
orange,
damn
I
pink.
fucking love it. This film
It's
has
not
so
orange,
many colors,
Alexanian.
and all of the colors create this beautiful aesthetic that is just like when there's trauma and when there's conflict, it's a high contrast between a light blue and like a pink, and it recreates this sort of 80s candy store vibe, like neon lights, and it's freaky
It's
and
very
I love
bisexual
it.
colors.
Freaky.
Very bisexual. Both the characters are bisexual. When the forest is just this luscious green with nice warm yellow undertones in the dirt and some browns, and it's so nice. And oh my god, the house is so chronically pink. Oh, I love it. And the lawn is such a fucking dark green that it just itches my brain. The suburbia here looks horrifying, and I love it because, oh my god, I love solid colors. It just makes the movie eye candy. And then it has one of the most tasteful sex scenes in all of cinema. Are we recording this time?
Yes.
Like,
It doesn't even show you anything.
well, no, but that's the point. That's
Yeah.
kind of the point. Like, as a sex haver, it's
Weird flex, but okay.
it's nice to see a sex scene that isn't like horribly gratuitous or overly sexualizing of
Hey,
the
look
women
at
of
how
the
hot our
women.
characters are.
Yeah, it's like they could have been like Catherine Newton and Cole
They got a
Sprouse.
billion plastic surgeries to look good for the cameras.
Yeah, but
This
like,
won't have ramifications on the population.
yeah, but like, I'm glad that they decided to just go with the tender and sweet thing, particularly for something that's like losing your virginity, because that is kind of a scary moment on both parties. And I don't know,
Mm.
the film really captured that well, and I liked the fact that it was just nice. Like, you watched it and you were just like, this is really nice. For a film that only moments earlier had cut off a guy's dick and it flew into the trash bin, you know, like
And then they then proceed to use that dick.
like for a film that has been a satire of girlhood, um, and a satire of living in like a white suburban culture and being queer and being neurodivergent and
Just being like
the
different.
bonds and being different
Quirky.
overall. Something that has been a satire for everything else, it's like the fact that they decided to take the sex scene and the sexual abuse scene really made it click for me that this film was written and made by a woman, and lo and behold, it's Robin Williams' daughter.
She's just fucking
I
insane,
still
man.
can't believe that the directors. And yeah, see, it makes sense. The I already said the producer. No, not the. Sorry, the writer wrote Jennifer's Body, which is incredible, and I'm so glad that it's on the list. Um, like this is a writer who knows how to write the female experience, especially when it comes to like sex and sexual assault.
Hmm.
I mean, they both, and I mean to be honest, both both characters, Lisa and Megan Fox's character, they both do kind of take a similar route of just like killing their abusers, which I am all here for.
Yeah, Doug's death was very deserved.
I
I
I
also
do
I
love
I will
the
say
dead men don't rape.
I will say the detail of how the police actually really cared about Doug dying because he's a white guy, but then all the others they barely cared. It's like, that's a good detail.
Yeah. I also like the detail of Lisa being just turning to the girl and being like, she has drugs in her bag, and the cop just immediately going to look.
See, the other reason why I connect this movie with Heathers a lot is the
Oh yeah.
way. So, in Heathers, for those of you who have not seen it, and spoilers, basically it ends up with the main character, Veronica. She and her I guess they were boyfriend. I guess they were technically dating. I guess I don't know. They just fucked, and they end up killing one of the Heathers, and the instant confusion and shock about what she just did. I don't know. It's something like I honestly Lisa and Veronica kind of give me like similar vibes. I don't know.
I can definitely see that.
I also just love
It,
Heathers.
the, yeah, it
So
definitely
peak.
feels like it took a lot of inspiration from Heather's, regarding like Lisa as a character, but that's not a bad thing. Um,
This feels like it's set in the world of a musical without any songs.
Well, it did have a musical section as well, which was even better. It had a genuine, it had like a really good singing performance.
Oh
But
yeah.
then can I just say, like, yeah, man, Frankenstein, he's got some good hands on him. I'm gonna get freaky.
Bro has
Anyways,
so much riz.
Yeah, one
he's
of
got
his
he's got. Don't. I just saw you put
His
the fucking.
corpse was mogging.
I just saw you put fucking the words Jamie Lee Curtis in the group chat, and I'm gonna throttle you next time I see you, Alex. This is a genuine threat.
You should feel threatened.
No. Jamie Lee Curtis holds
That woman haunts me everywhere I fucking go.
Everywhere I
Chris,
go, I see her face.
Chris, would you like to at least state one key thought from the film that you had? Again, because this is totally not the second recording.
I've completely forgotten, to be perfectly honest.
What did you think of the camp in the film?
The fuck's
Give us the
sake.
camp.
Do I
Yeah,
have to
give us the camp.
repeat this again? The camp was good because it was like, okay, it's there, but it's not like shit in the way that it's camp for camp. It's camp because of the positioning of the story platforms, and oh, this character is doing something that seems campy, but is actually probably like, it's an interaction that you could possibly see happening. It's a camp movie because of the situationalness of it, I guess. What do you want me to say?
I don't know,
It,
man.
it was good.
I liked your point of like it didn't have the camp there as a substitute for being good. I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's something that and fan service are two things that
Get on
that
your skin.
no, not that get under my skin, that I think people misunderstand. Like I think some people will. Okay,
vehicle.
if you like a movie because it's stupidly campy, or you like a movie because it's all fan service, oh, that's cool. But um, I don't think that I don't think that necessarily. How do I put this in a way that doesn't get me cancelled? I think that some modern day movies, for the lack of good writing, just put in either campy wackiness or fan service, but I think this film stands out because it uses its camp to help make its satire better. There we go.
Yeah.
Managed to actually make a point.
Yeah, it works.
You were quite right when you said that the campiness wasn't just there because they couldn't think of anything to make the movie good. There are a lot of movies like that these days, which are like, yeah, I don't know how to make this good, so I'm just gonna have some wacky things in there, and then the campiness feels cheap and, undeserved.
Shitty.
Yeah, very
By the
shitty.
way, to the audience, I often forget the shit that I've said like 20 minutes ago. Alex is basically the holder of all my memories. So if you ever have any questions, direct those towards him, not me. Them, not me. Them. Use those pronouns, you motherfucker.
He's really
You pieces
trying,
of
guys.
shit. Do
He's
He's
that.
really
trying.
trying, guys.
He's doing his
He's
best.
doing really well.
Bro, I got Alzheimer's on one side and dementia on the other. I don't, like, they're pulling me apart, but I'm too glued together. All I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I don't
It's
know.
too late.
It's funny because because anyone I've talked to, a lot of them are like, I really like Chris's film criticism, and I'm like, I do too. I just wish he'd remember it.
Yeah.
Chris has some like really insightful comments about film. Too bad he doesn't remember them.
Yep.
Because we'll be having a discussion later, and he'll be like, "Why am I on the podcast?" And I'll be like, "Cause you make really good points." And then he'd be like,
He's
"Which
like,
one?"
no, I
And then
don't.
and then I'd tell him the ones, and he'd be like, "I didn't say that." And then we have to go to the
Yeah.
recording and evidence he did indeed say that. But yeah, I agree that I'm usually not one for campy films, and sometimes it's a bit too much. This one though, this one fucks and sucks. Like,
Now this is pod racing.
no, it is. It is pod racing. It is so pod racing. God.
Demure pills. Also, side note, but I got an EEG yesterday. I struggle to remember that. Um, Basically what that is it's like they put this cap on your head and they do a bunch of like saline injections because they need the anodes to actually like be able to receive these sort of like signals that come out of your skull. It's weird, but it happens. Apparently, I have like these big shit waves and these really good, very thoughtful waves for my brainwaves. I don't fully know this. I'm just sort of repeating what I was told, but basically, I have moments in which I can focus, but it's like I'm falling asleep and then jumping back up. Basically that, just all the time. At least that's how he described it. So that's why.
He's got a lot of very thoughtful, very mindful, very demure thoughts.
Very
And
brat.
until I don't, because my
Very,
brain don't work.
very brat core. Kaya, would you like to restate any of the things you said post monster fucking, or even or even explain a little
Um,
bit furthermore, until
Fully
it
agree that'd be
concludes?
its own episode.
well, okay, I sort of brought up a bit how it kind of emulates a lot of the queer experience, especially in the 80s. I think it just sort of it's a movie that really resonates with a lot of that would really resonate with like a lot of people who were sort of seen as different, or like weird or quote the other, um, which is the other is usually used as like a thing talking about racism, which this it doesn't apply as much as other sort of minorities in this case, but I mean it sort of does. It's sort of a movie that takes all the people who are outcasts in society and is like, here you go, have a movie. And I really
Tim
like it. I
Burton,
don't know.
right.
It's something that Lisa's just really relatable for me for so many reasons, honestly. I just really like her as a character, and my god, has she got some fashion sense.
Yeah,
Girly
She has
pop
fair enough.
is
such
fashion
fashion sense.
inspo.
I think Tim Burton should take notes from this film as to, like, how to actually write a proper fucking outcast
Among
film.
Us.
A proper Among Us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Wednesday, eat your
this,
heart
this,
out.
oh my god, this compared to Frankenweenie. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Every
I can
Eh,
episode we
actually.
somehow managed to
Oh
bring
my
up
god!
Frank and
I
Weenie.
can actually complain about Frankenweenie. Cameron's not back. I can do it. Okay? Fuck that movie and fuck anyone who likes it. I came out of that cinema and last year, and you know what some of my peers said? Oh, it's fine because it's a children's film. Wrong. Okay? Wrong. You should be more critical because if it's a children's film. Children's media should not be intrinsically let go because if it's shit, oh, a child would watch it. No! When I was a child, I had shit taste, but
I
at
was
least I was
scared of
fucking
that movie as
picky.
a child.
I was picky as a child. That
uh,
film, that film sucks. It has no morals. It's racist as all hell. It's ableist. It's fucking extra racist. It's fucking, I hate Frankenweenie. Fuck Frankenweenie. This film though, this film is pogging. This film is great. Frankenweenie, fuck that film. That film has, my dog died, so I'm going to fire him up with electricity to make him a corpse that is walking. Oh no, my dog died again. Perhaps I will learn a lesson that everything must come to an end. Whoops, no, car battery time. Oh my fucking god. But this film is like true neurodivergent love and learning to love the other in a way that is just so fucking amazing. But this film is better than Frankenweenie. Fuck you, Tim Burton. Ah! Hey Cameron.
Hi, what's up?
hey,
Just hear like creepy whispering in the
hi,
background.
how are you?
Shh.
The
Cameron,
That's a
gremlins are making
great corn
themselves known, it
impression.
seems.
Cameron,
A
this
great
film was
what?
Corn impression. You know
Oh,
the
yeah.
band?
Yeah, yeah. Wait, yeah, important distinction. Are you talking about like Corn
I mean the
or
band.
from
Yeah, 'cause
Warhammer or like
K-
Corn the band?
I mean the band.
K-H-O-R-N-E?
I mean the band. Wake
Cameron,
up, coming
I'm-
undone too late.
before you give your wheel, Cameron, before you get God, the dementia. Before you give your cookie, Cameron, because you're gonna have to think of a cookie.
Oh fuck.
This is a
Okay.
contractual obligation.
Oh no. I am gonna give. Actually, no. That's it. I'm gonna give. A dick cookie, like like the
Bro,
the
that was
penis
my
shape.
thing.
No, like a penis shaped cookie. To
Like the ones from that place at the valley.
Unoriginal.
Hmm?
Oh, such a hack.
Yeah, I'm unoriginal. You're putting me on the spot. Hey, I had to think of fucking Steven last night. Leave me alone.
Okay, so Cameron, before we go to the wheel, do you want to reiterate any key point you took away from this film, considering this is the 10th fucking recording we're doing?
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's one
fuck.
time.
No, okay, so my opinions regarding this film was that it nailed it. This film felt very much like Zelda Williams really
Oh yeah, we didn't get you talking about the prod design.
Honestly, I have too much to say about the prod design to continue this episode with. But I really feel like Zelda Williams is going to be a auteur that's going to get looked at a lot by film students later down the line. With this movie being a prime example of that. Same with she's shown me that through this film that she's got the potential to really get up there in terms of names of directors. Um,
And she's
Costume
Robin
design was
Williams'
great.
daughter.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good example of a nepo baby.
And
An
one of the good
acceptable,
ones.
an acceptable
actually-
one.
Because she's
We're not
actually
terrible people for
talented.
saying this.
Yeah,
She's actually
she's actually
talented.
passionate about the media that she's producing. You know, as I said before, the recording fucked up. I'm sorry, I mean it didn't. This is the first time I'm recording it. You know, you wouldn't last 10 seconds in the asylum where they raised me.
Can't believe that she's
That's all I need to
Kavira.
say regarding. That's the only time I need to say that.
Well, is that a reference?
To Taylor Swift, yes.
Taylor Swift
Holy
reference.
fuck.
Who the fuck? Oh wait, no.
Did you really? Were you really about to ask who Taylor Swift was?
Did I not mention the brainwave things beforehand?
Chris, Chris, rather than brainwaves, I think your brain's getting off microwaves, man. Like, are you okay?
I don't think you were here.
It's heating, bro.
I don't think you were here. Chris is only occasionally lucid.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What the fuck,
Anyways.
man? Anyways,
No,
It's kind of unironically
oh wait, you
true,
did the
though.
cooking. Wheel time?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, other than that, I
Unless
really
there's
think
any other
that,
notes?
I really think that this movie has proven Zelda Williams can, she's got the eye for directing, right? She knows she knows how to make a stylistic choice regarding film, and that's a very refreshing.
Please color grade the wedding.
It's very refreshing seeing that, especially with how much fucking slop there is out there. Like, let's just even take fucking Avatar 2. Right? This was James Cameron hyped up Avatar 2 and took 10 years to make that film. I'll be honest, I fucking hated it. I thought it was dog shit.
I never saw it because I don't even like the
Yeah,
first one.
don't bother. It's kind of boring as all fuck. And
Oh, they
the
have
CG
water now.
the CGI is kind of shit.
Which is
Compared
really
to
sad.
what other which no, it's not sad.
I mean, it kind
It
of
just
is.
proves my point right, because I don't think Avatar has ever been this big success that it seemed to have been, because even looking back at the tech that was produced back in 2013 when Avatar was released, literally
2009, Cameron.
Was it 2009?
It was
Fuck.
like 2009
Honestly,
or
that era,
2008.
that all blends into one. I'll be
The
honest.
year of peak CGI.
Yeah, like, let's look at Dark of the Moon. Fucking Transformers, Dark of the Moon floors any CGI I've ever seen. I'm not
Yeah,
joking.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Unironically. No, not even that.
Davy Jones is a myth and a legend. You will put respect to the
You will
name.
give him
Mm,
your
I
goddamn
will give him-
respect.
You will suck that tentacle dick, whether you like it
No,
or not.
I will give the real Davy Jones respect. I'm not giving shit to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, come on, though. Good
CGI is pretty good in that film, though.
Where are we going
Anyways,
with this?
yes, wheel time.
Gambit. I love
Yo.
Gambit.
See,
Oh
the-
my
the-
god, give me a Gambit movie.
See,
now,
the reason
now,
why I put
now.
the reason why I put this movie on the list, I think I mentioned it last episode, was because I really wanted to see it in cinemas, and the only reason I was interested in seeing it was because it had Catherine Newton in it, and I was like, oh, this looks kind of quirky. Like, I was gonna see it, not like for like a serious reason. I was just gonna see it for like kind of like not a joke, but you know, like it wasn't a movie I really expected anything of. And then I was too late to see it in cinemas. It had already stopped like being promoted in cinemas. And I was kind of sad.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was only in cinemas for like a really short period of time, I think. Either that
A
or I
week.
just got my
Yeah.
dates mixed up.
I
But
never
yeah.
even got this movie on my this movie I never even saw an advertisement for
The
it.
only reason I knew about it was because I follow Catherine Newton on Instagram because she was in Supernatural. I follow pretty much all the Supernatural actors.
I watched the trailer of every single movie on the list when we made the list,
Oh, really?
and I haven't. But so that's the only thing I know when it comes to a lot of these films.
Oh.
Other than well, I'm sorry, not a lot. I've seen the majority of the films on our list, but like,
Oh, the ones that you hadn't seen.
yeah, I especially those were the first ones that I watched, and I didn't even know that this movie was a thing until we made that list.
I
And
go into it
I'm
completely
so
blind.
disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself for not knowing about this movie.
Yeah, it's so peak.
Anyways,
Anyway,
as I said
wheel.
previously, inflation isn't real. I'm just gonna start stealing.
Alright, wheel time.
Wheel time.
Wheel time.
The
Okay,
wheel
so
shall
as we're
decide the
as
fortune
we're
of the
as we're about
economy,
to spin the
and whether
wheel,
I
I
get
just
fucking Conan.
Give me Conan. I want Conan too,
Oh,
so
Give
bad.
me
Oh, hang
Conan or
on.
shove a fucking iron
Hang
dildo
on,
up my urethra.
don't spin or anything. Hang on. I have to start recording again because now the screen capture isn't working.
one last thing I'd like to say before we spin the wheel.
Yeah, hang on.
That's
Just
okay.
give me 1
Alex is
second.
about to say the most horrendous
Hold on.
shit that I'm gonna ever hear.
I'm sorry. It's fucking hell. I'm gonna actually lose my mind.
Oh, that cat is that close, so close to his eye.
Just like it.
It's Chris, are
It
you still
wasn't
looking at the
a
crab
black.
image?
It wasn't a
Okay, I
black
got
screen.
distracted and I saw
It
the image
just
and I was
like
like, oh.
isn't updating.
Oh, that's weird.
It is.
Um,
But okay, now it's working. So
You ready?
yeah. What were you gonna say before you spin the wheel?
Yeah, we had to record again. No, what I was gonna say was that something that I found really nice, and I don't know if it picked up on this second recording. It was because I watched this on my partner's birthday. We were both kind of watching on their laptop, totally legally. Um,
Oh yeah, you were a little drunk.
I rented this movie on you fucking YouTube.
and I remember my partner feeling really seen by one particular line, which was Lisa going, "You wait here, I've got to go change my pad." And like, I don't know. My partner was like, "I've never actually heard that said in a movie ever."
No, because they're completely
And
right. That is. I was actually like kind of shocked. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was
I mean,
confusing that because you never
yeah,
hear it. I'm like, what
that's.
the fuck? Actual
puts
But
it
acknowledgement of
also,
like women's body issues. Well, I guess not
my
issues,
my
but
thing with that, my thing with that, right, is that did take me back a moment when I heard that line. But also, I think the reason that we wouldn't hear that in other movies is because, first off, women, am I right?
producer guys.
Yeah, fucking producer guys. But also, there's not a lot of movies that actively focus on that, an actual day to day, um, with the characters, and they also don't treat the characters as actual people in a lot of movies. They treat them as just, characters.
someone to
So,
gawk at.
yeah, like, yes, sexy woman, yes, hot man,
Chris
yes,
Hemsworth.
Idris Elba,
Idris Elba, yes.
no, that's funny, that's funny. Anyway, anyways, wheel time?
Yeah, okay. So now that I just made sure that Jaden felt seen, what are we feeling,
Predictions.
guys?
I want Conan so bad.
You know what? I want Jennifer's body. I want back to back. I want Diablo Cody again.
Chris, I'm gathering you want The Devil Wears Prada?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm gathering you want to watch. I'm gathering you want to watch My Hero Academia Heroes Rising.
I'm gonna change mine. I want to watch Fantastic Planet so
No,
My-
bad.
Now you need to.
please.
The skin on my face sagged like I'd aged 20 years.
You know what?
You
Fuck
look
it,
like your profile
Blade.
picture.
Yes. The hair receded, it turned grey, and you could see the skull stare.
Where is it?
Alex,
Where's
what's your
Anyway.
prediction?
There it is.
You know what I want.
I want
What I really,
Batman.
really want.
Oh no!
I'll be real. I unironically want Batman because we've gone from green to then we went from Renfield. Then it was what movie was after Renfield?
Mad
We
God.
did
Mad God,
God.
this
That
movie's
was
so fucking red.
I'm gonna
that
watch a
movie
movie
was
that's
so
so red.
red. Now we've gone to pink. I want to go back to red.
Let's go through the fucking color spectrum, guys.
Bro, I'm on a high. That or the Green
What are some
Knight.
other
I
like
just-
really color? V for Vendetta is very black, like very dark.
Oh, Fantastic Planet is like,
I'm gonna watch a movie that's
it is
so
a,
blue.
oh, it's fucking weird.
Okay,
Oh my god,
my
Princess
my
Bride is such a like a yellow brown movie.
my three picks are the Batman, the Green Knight, or fucking I just forgot.
Harakiri as usual.
You know what?
No, Blade 1.
Yeah,
Blade.
fucking
Oh, I'd
Blade.
love
It
Blade.
would be nice to watch
I-
Blade.
Yeah.
After watching Deadpool and Wolverine, I want to see the hype behind Blade.
Rinse the mouth. It's
Give-
just a
give
classic.
Give me Wesley Snipes, please.
You know what?
Will,
Ocean's
will.
8, more Aquafina.
Wheel.
No.
Get her out
As
of the
Conan
way.
once said, wheel.
Did he actually say that?
I don't fucking know, man. I haven't seen the film.
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, so close. Oh my god, Hot Fuzz.
I think
Let's
that's one of
go. That's a
mine,
Chris
Yeah, it
movie.
is.
Yeah, alright. First time in a
Finally.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hot
All right.
Fuzz,
Well,
let's go.
look. At least
First
this
time in a
isn't.
while.
Let's just be glad this
fact
isn't
that
the
we-
movie.
The fact that we almost got Ocean's 8 or Green Knight is crazy.
Let's just be glad that this isn't the movie where Nick Frost says the N word. Anyways, see you next time.
I'm gonna come.